Good morning, second period. Today is Tuesday, April 14th. We are going to be working on the introduction to your argumentative writing. Before we get started, I just want to have your attention just so we can go over some things that deal with the fourth marking period. So with the fourth marking period, all assignments will be worth 1 to 10 points. So that's our grading range. So some assignments could be 1 point, others could be 10, others could be 5. So just know that your work will be graded between a 1 to 10 point scale. So it'll just depend on the length of the assignment and what it is to determine what the value of points it will be, but the highest it will be is 10. Grammaropolis assignments are worth 5 points each day, and they are going to be due by the end of the week. So if you don't get to one, maybe you didn't get to yesterday's, you can work on that and make sure you get those done before the end of the week. If you do not get those done, it will be 0 out of 5 for each day that you missed. And make sure only to get the 5 points, you have to be above that 80%. You need to make sure that the work you submit is complete. If it's not, it will be graded accordingly. So just because you did half of it doesn't mean you will get the 10 points or the 5 points. You need to make sure that you are completing that work. Pay attention to due dates. Late work will be half credit. So make sure that you are mindful. Most things will be due by the end of the week, but this week with our writing, there are specific due dates for the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So you need to pay attention to those, okay? Today you are going to be working on abbreviations in Grammaropolis. Make sure you get that 80% to be able to get the 5 points for doing that activity. So that is what is up for today. We are going to be working on the introduction. So how do you write an argument? Okay. The purpose of an argument writing is to change someone's thinking to align with your claim. So whatever your stance is, and in this case, it's going to be what you believe is behind that door. You are going to be trying to convince the reader to believe your claim. Okay. Your tone is going to be polite. There won't be any exclamation marks. You need to make your claim a specific claim. So you're not going to be in the middle of anything. You are choosing a side and making it specific. You are going to need to make sure you provide solid evidence for support. So that explicit and implicit evidence that you've identified from yesterday and the work that you did last week, you're going to pull those pieces into your argument writing so that they support your claim. You are going to address counterclaims. This is very important. It makes your argument stronger when you point out that you know what the other side might say and why they think that that side might be better, but you're going to prove that your claim is more solid. And you can do that by addressing those counterclaims. So make sure you do that in your writing. And then you're going to conclude your thoughts. So here's a video on argument writing. So let's take a look at it.
Argument essay, a la Schmo. Is Beaver's hair more awesome than Cousin It's? Should weekends be extended to 4 days instead of the measly 2 we currently have? Are dogs better than cats?
Say cats are better.
No matter how you answered any of these questions, you're already in the thick of an argument. And hopefully you didn't tick off any cats in the process. They're unforgiving creatures. In writing, arguing has nothing to do with the decibel level of your voice. You're wrong. An argument essay persuades your readers to make a change. This change could be a mental change, a different way of thinking, or an actual change in a policy or practice. It's wide open. Here's a classic example. I'm 16 years old and I just got my driver's license. Therefore, I'm clearly more than capable of driving your new Porsche Turbo. Try saying that to one of your parents and he or she will probably say, yeah, right. But give them evidence and support your claim. Show them how you can drive in reverse in a straight line for 100 feet and parallel park a Hummer into a parking spot meant for motorcycles, and you just might succeed in changing their mind. So when you're presenting an argument, your reader must see things from your point of view. You can't let them just brush it off because they don't agree with you right off the bat. It's on you to persuade them by providing support for your arguments and effectively shooting down any potential counter arguments. All through it, keep your tone civil and polite, or your reader will toss aside your paper. So, how is this puppy organized? You've got your intro, a thesis that states your overall opinion. The body of the essay will have your supporting points, and finally, your conclusion in which you wrap things up neatly. If that seems like a bit much, don't panic. Shmup's Writing Guide has help and more info on these terms. The argument essay is the most important kind of academic paper because most essays have an element of argumentation, even if it isn't immediately obvious. After all, why are you writing anything at all if it isn't to convince someone of something? The personal statement that you will be writing to get into college, it's an argument that you're awesome. That long Facebook status you just posted about how Taken 2 is the best movie of all time? That's right, you're trying to persuade your reader that the oft-derided film is in fact misunderstood. If you're going to turn anyone to your side in this instance, though, let's hope you have a very particular set of skills. See what we mean? Now go on, argue. We can see you're chomping at the bit. Ow, ow.
Okay, so let's take a look at the introduction paragraph that you're going to be writing. Here are your FCAs. This is how you're going to be graded. So your intro paragraph is going to be 9 points. Okay, FCA 1 is begin with an attention grabber. Okay, we've done this before in some of our other writings. So make sure you're going to either choose a quote, tell a part of the story, make a comparison, however you want to grab the reader's attention. Please do that with an attention grabber. FCA number 2 is provide background information. Okay, try to limit to 3 sentences. This information the reader needs in order to understand your stance. So choose wisely what kind of background information you want to put in there that so that it supports what you're going to say in your claim. Okay. So FCA number 3 is make your claim. Be specific about what you believe. Provide a generalized reason for your claim. You're not going to get into the specifics. This is just the intro, but you are going to kind of give a generalization for the reason for your claim. Okay, so let's watch this video real quick. Okay, so that kind of gave you a little bit more clarification on how to make your claim. So your claim needs to be something that's specific, that is can be argued, and that you can have specific evidence to help support it. Okay, without that, it's just an opinion and it's kind of meaningless. So your claim needs to be something that can be argued and it has substantial evidence to prove it. Okay. So your tasks for today are to complete the abbreviations for Grammaropolis. You need to write your introduction for the argumentative essay, making sure to refer to the FCAs. Today's big idea is a claim is a statement that can be proven using evidence. Okay, let's take a look at the prompt quickly, just so you can see it, and we can talk about it a little bit. I can get it to pull up. Okay, so this is the form that will be attached to the assignment when you get into classroom today. And this is where you're going to write your introduction. So, the lady or the tiger, your argumentative essay. Sometimes authors develop characters and their traits in such a way that they actually shape the plot. Based on what you've come to know about the princess, which do you believe was behind the door, the lady or the tiger? Write an argumentative essay making a claim for your side and supporting your stance with textual evidence. Okay. So your focus is what was behind that door. She told him to go to the right door. He went to the right door. Was it the lady or the tiger? You need to pull evidence again. Go back to what you've done with last week and yesterday's work. Pull that explicit and implicit evidence, and that's what you will use whenever you get into the body. But today you're working on that introduction. Here are your 3 FCAs there to remind you again. You need that attention grabber, you need to summarize the story, and you need to have a claim, okay, that tells and gives a generalization about what you believe in and why. Okay. So, evidence strengthens a claim. Make sure you get good evidence. Some of you are doing really nice work in your T charts and are pulling some good pieces and making some really good inferences. Some of you only had 1 or 2 things for your claim or for your T chart. That's not going to work. You need to dig a little deeper. Okay. Remember, a strong claim is only the first step toward building a solid argument. Thursday's focus will be on selecting evidence that will make your point as well as addressing the other side's claim. Okay. Hope you have a great day.